FBI investigates far-left Utah groups for advanced knowledge of Charlie Kirk assassination. This is from a report that's saying federal and state law enforcement agencies have opened investigations into several leftist groups in Utah to determine whether they had advanced knowledge of or gave support after the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Kash Patel went on Fox News.
People think we can just get in these group chats and immediately find out who's in them. We, the FBI, are the investigatory body supporting multiple prosecutions and ongoing investigations.
We live in a situation in society where we are never told the truth, which is absurd. It's absurd because we pay them to do a job for us, which at some point in time over the last 250 years, these people have decided that they don't answer to us anymore when in fact they do. They have this information immediately, and there's a reason they're delaying. And in my mind, the reason that they're delaying is to cover whoever was responsible for the situation, or there's an element of it that they don't want the public to know. What is up, guys? It's Andy Frisella, and this is the show for the realists. Say goodbye to the lies, the fakeness, and delusions of modern society, and welcome to reality. Guys, today we have Andy and DJ
Cruise the internet.
That's what we're going to do. That's what CTI stands for. It stands for Cruise the Internet. That's where we put the news, the topics of the day, the current events up on the screen. We talk about it. We make fun of these idiots. And then we talk about how we, the non-idiots, have to solve these problems going on in the world. Other times throughout the week, we have Q&AF on Monday. That's where you submit the questions and we give you the answers. You can now call in and be on the show live if you didn't know that. Tell them how you do that.
Yeah, guys, a couple of different ways. You can always email your questions in to askandy@andyfrisella.com. That's one way. You can also leave your questions in the comments on the Q&AF videos on YouTube. We'll pull from there as well. Or you can click the link in the description below and be pulled for a live call-in.
Yes, indeed. There's also Real Talk. Real Talk's 5-20 minutes of me giving you some real talk. And then we have 75 Hard Verses. That's where someone who comes on the show has completed 75 Hard. They talk about how they were before, how they are now, and how they use the 75 Hard program to get their life together. If you're unfamiliar with 75 Hard, it is the initial phase of the Live Hard program, which is the world's most popular mental transformation program ever. You can get it for free at episode 208 on the audio feed. There's also a book available on andyfrisella.com called The Book on Mental Toughness, which has the entire Live Hard program plus a whole bunch of extra content on mental toughness, why it's important, how to cultivate it, and how to use it to build you into what you are always supposed to be. Again, you don't need to buy the book. We appreciate it if you do, but you can get the whole program for free at episode 208 on the audio feed. With that being said, we have a little thing that we do here. We ask you to not be a hoe.
And share the show.
Yeah. So don't be a hoe.
Yep. And share the show.
Yeah. What's up?
Hey, man. You good?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Sure is.
Yep.
What's up with you?
Oh, yeah, nothing much, man. Chilling, doing the do.
What's going on in the world today?
There's a lot.
Is there?
Yeah, there's a lot. We got some things to cover and go through and go through those things. But I wanted to bring something to you first.
Yeah.
Because I saw this thing. It's kind of going viral, I guess, if you will. It's apparently like the new romantic move. Yeah.
The new romantic move. There's no new romantic moves.
Well, listen.
There's only old ones that people forgot that we started doing again.
Oh.
Well, maybe. Huh? Yeah, that's how. Hey, I'm gonna tell you the rules right here, bro. If you can make them giggle, you can make them cheeks wiggle. That's the rule, bro.
And in that order, that's the important.
Yeah, you make them. You make them laugh, and then you just take your pants off. It's a solid move.
All right. Yep. Yeah. Well, so
Don't tell them I told you.
yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Well, apparently there's some new techniques that are happening. So I wanted to get your take on them.
All right.
There's this trend. I guess it's a trend fad thing that's going on right now. Let's check it out. I got a clip for you.
I mean, look, like I said, we're just going back to the old ways. Oh, you got something for me? You got something for me?
Yeah, I'll just see if it
You're
works.
so thoughtful. Yeah, that's not a new move, bro.
That's not okay.
No.
All right.
How do you think you get quiet at your house?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know.
Now that we're having a conservative revolution,
That's right. That's right.
we're going all the way back.
That's right.
That's not good for you.
Well, I mean, there's two schools of thought here on that. All right. Yeah, man. Yeah, apparently that's a new move nowadays, man.
Yep.
You know, so it's not new. That's it's funny. It is funny though because like I do feel like this is true with culture. It's cyclical, right? Like it's about a 20-year, 25-year cycle.
No,
All the old shit comes back, right?
No, it's longer than that.
What is it?
But yeah, they all come back. I mean, that's from the 50s.
Really? Oh, it is. Yeah, the knuckle sandwiches and shit.
Shut the fuck up and eat that. What?
Why I oughta? Yeah, yeah. Oh man, that's not good.
Yeah. I would remind people that this is a comedy show.
This is all comedy.
Yeah.
It's satire. And if you would like to join us, you guys can absolutely come join in on the fun. We got the chat rolling.
Yeah.
We'll be going out a little bit more. You know, we click the link in the description. You guys can sign up for that right now if you.
What
like
do you
to.
think would happen if you did that at home? You would get killed. You'd get killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be dead.
Yep. No more DJ.
Oh. Alex be
Same for you.
Alex be sitting in here doing the show.
So Andy, what was it about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
All right.
it's fine.
So what's up?
Yeah, man. Let's go. Yeah, join the chat, guys. Come check us out, man. But yeah, let's get into the show, shall we? Shall we take a cruise?
Huh? Yeah.
Shall we take a cruise?
Let's do it.
Yeah, you like that picture, don't you?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I? I don't get it.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's get into the cruise, guys. Remember, if you would like to see any of these pictures, articles, links, videos, go to andyfrisella.com. You guys can find them all linked there for you. With that being said, what? Oh, okay. Hell on one.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about it. We got to do an update on the Charlie Kirk assassination. We got some stuff, and then I have an unpopular opinion that we'd like to get to a little bit later.
Okay.
So just bear with us. But let's do some updates. What we know, again, we as we said, this happened. Every day there's going to be things that come out that get updated. So let's talk about a few of those things. First headline reads, FBI investigates far-left Utah groups for advanced knowledge of Charlie Kirk assassination. This is from a report that's saying federal and state law enforcement agencies have opened investigations into several leftist groups in Utah to determine whether they had advanced knowledge of or gave support after the killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk, according to multiple sources familiar with the case. The probe is running parallel to efforts to establish the motive of 22-year-old Tyler Robinson, who is accused of fatally shooting Kirk during a campus event at Utah Valley University on September 10th. So there's a bunch of these different groups, right? Like this is one example. This was on Instagram, paged with the name Armed Queers Salt Lake City. Okay, they had 6,600 followers. And then as of today, time of this recording, that page is no longer active.
Yeah.
And it appears to be the same with a lot of these pages. So there was Instagram pages, there was a few Twitter pages, and then there's also allegedly a Discord group chat that has been pretty active. And so I have this clip here. So Kash Patel went on Fox News and I guess was kind of answering some questions about some of these updates and developments. So let's check this first clip out.
Going back to the group chats real quick, there's more than 20 individuals, but this is a great point. I want to lay out how this works. People think we can just get in these group chats and immediately find out who's in them. We, the FBI, are the investigatory body supporting multiple prosecutions and ongoing investigations. And that's another point. Our investigation at the FBI is ongoing. And there are scores of people in this Discord chat room. But we have to effectuate legal process. We have to go out there with search warrants so that if prosecutors want to later use this evidence, it's not tainted by being illegally obtained. We, the FBI, are running the investigation pointedly on the Discord chat group. There are scores of individuals that are going to be spoken to. There are also lots of family members and friends that have already been spoken to. And one more point on forensics. We were able to obtain in record time the text message chain between the suspect and his live-in partner, as well as other critical cellular information from our CAS team that analyzes cell phone data towers in the area to pinpoint the locations of the suspect and other individuals he was speaking with. This is critical information that the FBI processed and got to prosecutors so they can lawfully use it in a court of law. And our investigation, our interviews continue, but we've learned some shocking things when we spoke to his family and friends as well.
Yeah, and allegedly, apparently, there was also in that same Discord chat that Tyler Robinson joked in the Discord chat about the doppelganger after FBI photos were released of him. One member suggested turning Robinson in to claim the FBI's $100,000 reward, prompting Robinson to say, "Only if I get a cut." His Discord profile photo showed a confused Garfield comic panel. Another person in the chat said, quote, "Whatever you do, don't go to a McDonald's anytime soon," referencing the Luigi Mangione case, who killed the United Healthcare CEO. So that was there. And then it also came out, too, that there's apparently there was some type of like manifesto note that was brought into, I guess, their chain of custody for the FBI, where on there it says, quote, "I have the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk." Kash Patel says killer wrote note ahead of shooting. Let's check this out.
Did he write a written note before the assassination attempt? That's what the governor said yesterday. And what did that say, if you could share?
So what I'm able to say, I'm sorry. So what I'm able to say is I addressed it partially earlier, is that the written note, we believe, what did exist, and we have evidence to show what was in that note, which is, and I'm going to summarize, basically saying the suspect wrote a note saying, "I have the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it." That note was written before the shooting. Evidence of its existence, we now have learned, existed before the shooting, was in the location in the suspect and partner's home. But we have since learned that the note, even though it has been destroyed, we have found forensic evidence of the note, and we have confirmed what that note says because of our aggressive interview posture at the FBI.
Okay. Here's my problem. Because here's a fact. I'll say it like this. Here's a fact. Tyler Robinson is not cooperating with law enforcement. That's one. And he has also not confessed to any of the shooting, any part of it, any piece of it. He's not cooperating, has not confessed. All right. Now, I know we covered on CTI, I think when this first came out, there was 2 individuals who were detained within minutes of the shooting who had claimed responsibility, that I think we both kind of came to the conclusion these were
Decoys.
Yeah, planned decoys, right? To pull in the manpower, the resources of law enforcement to distract them.
Let them clear out.
To let the guy go ahead, whoever did it, right? Now, that's something that like a lot of people are asking about. A lot of people are curious. So they asked Kash Patel about this. Let's see what he had to say on that. And you guys tell me what you think.
Do you think that guy was part of the plot to distract you while this guy got away? Do you think there's any connection between 2 of those people that stood up and acted crazy at that moment?
Well, as it's now been publicly reported, some of these people were taking claims for this horrific act of violence and they had nothing to do with it. Others were working what we call a daisy chain analyses. And this is where the cell phone data dumps are so important. We're seeing who talked to who, not just in chat groups. We're seeing who texted who was around who. We're using our geofencing capabilities to map out exactly where individuals were. And then we're also getting into their personal cell phone information to say, were you calling so-and-so? Were you texting so-and-so? And we know the suspect was communicating with folks. But as I've said, that cell phone tower information, you got to get it the right way, with search warrants, with lawful authority, so that our prosecutors can use it in court for whatever investigations they decide to prosecute.
So do you have it or do you not? Do you know or do you?
Well, I mean, how would you not have it? How would you not have it? You have that information on everybody. I mean, very clearly, look, man, we live in a situation in society where we are never told the truth, which is absurd. It's absurd because we pay them to do a job for us, which at some point in time over the last 250 years, these people have decided that they don't answer to us anymore when in fact they do. So it's very frustrating for people like us, all of us, who are living in a situation where there's a lot of social tension. There is definitely an element of crazy people on the very far progressive left who they have lost the culture war and they are getting more desperate, which means they're going to become more violent. And yet we still aren't getting the full information. And you can't convince me, and I don't think any of us could really be convinced that somehow this is taking all this time. They have this information immediately, and there's a reason they're delaying. And in my mind, the reason that they're delaying is to cover whoever was responsible for the situation, or there's an element of it that they don't want the public to know. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting that that kid's not cooperating when he turned himself in. Right.
Well, see, like even that, like they're saying that he didn't technically turn himself in. It was like some type of like kumbaya circle with his family, and his family reported him and turned him in.
Well, I mean, look, there's other things too, and it's hard to know what's true and what's not true. But allegedly, in this group of Discord, there's dozens of people that were posting about this potentially happening before it happened,
ahead of time. Correct.
And then when it happened, one of these morons posted, "We did it," and then apparently deleted it.
Yeah.
So, dude, this appears at surface level to be one of a few different things. Number one, it could be a crazy guy who was radicalized by the media, the social temperature,
the ideology itself.
The ideology of communism and the commitment to socialism. That's one option. The second option is the guy was part of some sort of manipulation program like MK Ultra, or there was federal agents or I don't know, bad actors inside the Discord group that manipulate people and encourage people to do certain things for a political agenda. That's treasonous, and anybody who does that should be executed.
Yeah.
It could be there is a foreign intelligence agency involved in this. Charlie Kirk has been vocal for the last 2 months, being afraid to tell the truth because we don't really think about this, but he is being funded by pro-Israel donors, all right?
Big donors.
And he has always been very much pro-Israel. His audience is conservative, moderate, college-age kids. And those conservative conservative, moderate, college-age kids have been woken up to a different agenda by people like Nick Fuentes, okay? So they are looking at history and they are examining history and they are coming to conclusions that are not within the realm of Charlie's lane, all right? So here's what you have. You have a guy who is financed by certain people whose audience has discovered that some of those people are very bad, all right? And now he's trying to figure out how to navigate it. And in Charlie Kirk fashion, he decides to do what he believes is right and start to speak against some of these people that are funding him publicly, which had never happened before. It never happened. And now all of a sudden he's dead. So there's that.
Yeah, right.
So there's a lot of things here that play into the potential of what's going on. And I don't think there's enough information yet to draw a solid conclusion about which one of those things it probably was. But it was one of those.
Yeah.
And I think the big situation that we have to deal with now is knowing that there are people that are trying to create domestic conflict, all right? And we can see this if we pay attention. Yes, there's a ton of assholes and a ton of evil people who are celebrating the death of what by all means is pretty much the nicest, most reasonable conservative person out there. Everybody else that I can think of is far more extreme than Charlie.
Way
Kirk,
more abrasive.
right?
Yeah.
So they eliminate this guy from the equation because he's the voice of reason. He's the voice that gives platforms to other people who disagree and has conversations. And not only does he have conversations, he has conversations in a way that create, in not a shameful way, you know? And
it's the public discourse that we've been needing.
yes, and he's the only one really doing it.
Yeah.
So we have that too. Then on top of that, we have this ridiculous misinformation campaign, all right? All of these people who were out there publicly saying these things about Charlie Kirk, saying that he was a racist or he was a bigot or he was an evil person, bro, they have not watched a single video of this guy. They have not heard him. He is actually the opposite of every single thing that they are describing. And then on top of it, and this is where I'm going here, is that if you pay attention, there is a ton of bots being deployed here on the social networks to inflame the people who think that's an unreasonable reaction, which it is.
Right. To infuriate the people who are supporters or who
the
appreciate
common good, they're
Charlie
trying
Kirk.
to radicalize the middle right section of the country into some sort of violence. And now we're left in this situation because our government is completely abandoning their duty to protect and unify and call for rule of law to be enforced, because at the end of the day, that's what's causing this. All right. For the last number of years, Antifa, and all these radical organizations have been able to do anything they want. Black Lives Matter, blah, blah, blah. Crime hasn't been punished. In fact, they've punished people for standing up, like Daniel
Against the
Penny.
bullshit.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that is all to create a situation of a massive flip of momentum. Okay. If you poke the bear long enough, the bear's going to rip your throat out.
Yep.
And that's what we're at now. And it's very important to understand that a couple things can be true at once. It can be true that we need to unify with like-minded, common sense people, right? Like all these people that are in the center and the right, and they're divided in all these little categories. all of those people need to come together. We need to put all those arguments to the side. We need to quit dividing ourselves artificially because we have one or two issues we may not agree completely on. All right. And that from the middle and the right has to stop. There has to be unity there. Yeah. And we have to be able to make room for the reasonable people who look at what's going on and say, holy shit, this is actually really evil, which is happening at scale on the Democrat side as well. You're just not seeing it. It's not being promoted. But reasonable people that identify as Democrats are disgusted by what's going on. And then you have these far left, which normally they're really young and they've been told a lot of lies, who are being fueled by people who are in the left media who can't necessarily say what they would normally say to inflame the situation because the tension's so high. So when we look at all these details of what's actually going on, we, the reasonable people of this country, have to understand that while they are promoting us to have violence, we can't just discriminately be that way. That's what they want. They want you to go out and start committing crimes against people that believe differently than you. And that can't happen like that. What has to happen, though, is that those people in the center right have to start holding the line against the bullshit. I've been telling everybody this for years and years and years and years, and now we're here. And it took Charlie Kirk being assassinated for most everybody to be like, holy shit, this is actually real.
It's pretty bad. Yeah, right.
So us in the center right, we cannot continue to turn the cheek. We cannot continue to tolerate people who do not tolerate us. That is dangerous. When we tolerate people who will not tolerate us in return, and we allow them to gaslight us and guilt us and shame us and make us feel bad for tolerating them, they don't see that tolerance as like, oh, that's such a good person. They say, oh, great, cool, we got him relaxed. Let's attack. And that's how they think. And so the good heart of the center and the right people that are, and there's shitbags over on the far right too, right? But those people are getting their good heart, their willingness to believe in a united America turned against them every single time. And the minute that bad things start happening to these leftists on that side, for example, we've seen this weekend, a lot of them got fired. They freaked the fuck out. Not even realizing that they've been terrorizing the rest of the country for over a decade in the very same way. Yeah. And it's not that they don't realize it, they don't care. Right. They feel justified to do it against us, but when we do it against them, they freak out and start playing victim. And here's the problem. The people in the center and the right always see these people playing victim, and these people are usually broke, they're ugly, they're the losers of the world, and someone over here who's productive says, man, I know they're fucked up, but like, I kind of feel bad for them. You can't feel bad for them, dude. Yeah. That has to stop. Well, this turn the other cheek nonsense is, dude, it's irresponsible. You do not understand. Would you, if we were at war, okay, if we were at war and it was another country, would you invite them into your home and say, hey, come on in, man? Like that's what you're doing when you tolerate this shit. All right. These are spoiled little rotten babies who never got their asses beat, who always told they were special, who got out in the real world now and think they can throw a temper tantrum and get their way because that's what their parents did. That's what their school did. That's what they've gotten their whole lives. And this has been an intentional indoctrination of these people to behave this way for the last 25 years. And now we're seeing the reason that they weren't taught the right skills. They were told that everybody wins. They were told that they're extra special and the world is the thing that's fucked up. Mm-hmm. And they were told all these things that are not objective reality. So you're dealing with people who not only aren't willing to have a conversation with you, but they're unable to have a conversation with you because they're way off into a realm of imaginary shit that doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
So how do you have a conversation with someone who's playing in a game that is accepting rules that aren't even real? You can't have a conversation that way. It's impossible. So, these are all things at play here. It's a big socially engineered, psyop, so to speak, to get civil unrest and violence to happen. And that's not what can happen. But what should happen is that we, the normal, community-minded, good-hearted people of this country that understand reality, which includes people on the right, people in the middle, and some of the people on the left in the Democrat Party. They're not leftists. They're just liberal.
Big hearts.
Yes.
Big hearts.
They're big hearts and small brains.
That's it.
And they don't understand facts.
They think they're educated. Yeah, they think they're
Correct.
intelligent.
They've been told they're educated. They went to school. They don't realize that they paid $100,000 to be indoctrinated into social issues that are totally untrue.
Yeah.
And those people still, all of those people together we cannot tolerate this shit. This is communist, bro. These people will kill you. They do not care about you. They do not care about you. They don't care about your kids. And they wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. So why are we continuing to give these people the benefit of the doubt? Why is the language automatically, do you listen to the language a lot of these people use? The way they speak is almost like they're handing the power over to the other side. Like they say things. Everybody says things like this. It drives me crazy. They won't let us say that. Who won't let you say that? Why can you not say that? Right?
Yeah.
You're giving them the power when, oh, well, you can't do that. According to who? What are they going to do? These are the weakest, most malnourished, dumbest, unfit, non-contributing members of society. And you're going to answer to them with everything you say and what you behave with and the truth that you tell. You know why we have a huge confidence problem in this country and a huge mental health problem in this country? Is because so many people reserve who they really are in public because they're afraid of the backlash that these communists have put on them for the last decade. All right. If people were allowed to live authentically and express opinions and have ideas and discuss ideas, there would be a much better mental health situation in this country. But we're not allowed to do it. And the truth of the matter is, in America, bro, we are not that different from the North Korea that we make fun of.
Yeah.
Okay. What happens in this country right now is pure propaganda, pure manipulation. We're told every day that we're the best country in the world. We are not the best country in the world by any stretch of statistical reality. It's just not true. Okay. So, how are we any different than North Korea?
Well. So here's my unpopular opinion. All right. And there's a quote. I don't know where it came from. Right. But it says, it's, the government will never waste a good catastrophe.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And this is something I've been really thinking about for a minute now, and it does scare the shit out of me, right? And you kind of alluded to it. We've been seeing over last couple of days a lot of these communists, right, start getting some I guess citizen justice, if you will. Like this headline: Washington Post columnist fired over social media post. Right, there was a FEMA official that was terminated. We've been seeing this all over, right? There's actually a website I believe you can go to where you can literally put the social post, the link to it and all of that, and people are working to get these people fired, right? Mm-hmm. Now here's what I see.
I already know what you're gonna say.
As
they've gotten people to cheer for anti-free speech,
bro,
and encourage. And
bro,
it's the same thing I said the first episode that we did. The first episode that we did about Charlie Kirk,
bro,
when I said they're gonna use this to rally the troops to bring in Palantir full scale.
Yeah.
And the way they're doing it is by saying, we got to catch everyody who's talking shit about Charlie.
Get these to celebrate the shit, bro.
Yeah,
and this is my thing, bro. Listen, Charlie Kirk was an amazing man. There's no doubt about that. It's a great man, great father. He had a great message. a follower of Christ. I hate that he died. I hate that he was killed. Okay. I'll say that to say this. This is still America. We have freedom of speech.
Yeah, but the reality is you don't have freedom of speech where you work.
Yeah, for sure.
You fucking don't.
But that's my fear, though, Andy. My fear is that our government is going to use this catastrophe to push in some really hardcore First Amendment violations.
Of course they are.
And we're celebrating it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's my fear, bro. That's how I see it. And like, dude,
it may not come as First Amendment adjustments, but what it will come is a full lockdown surveillance state. And people will cheer for it because because like, dude, if you hear how they're trying to like string this together, the term that Cash used was daisy chain. You know, they're claiming to have trouble figuring this all out.
Yeah.
No, bro. This information, listen, dude, if you say the wrong thing within the realm of your cell phone, there'll be somebody knocking on your door in 24 hours.
Yep.
Okay. This is bullshit. All right. They know what the fuck happened. In fact, this is acting. This is bullshit. Okay. They know what happened. They're trying to rile people up and get people to call for more division, more violence, bring in the new technology that'll help you track these people down, just like they did with 9/11. And a lot of people that are of age now, of being an adult, don't remember how 9/11 went down. They riled everybody up at 9/11. They passed the Patriot Act around information that wasn't even true. By the way, it came from Benjamin Netanyahu.
Right.
And now they've been using that same technology to spy on their own citizens. And they have a 6 degrees of separation rule, which means they can spy on anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this is what Snowden.
Well, that's what he blew the whistle on.
Yes.
Bro. That's what he exposed. And like that's
and then they called him a traitor.
Yeah.
And it's, how are you a traitor when you're exposing your own government using tools which are supposed to be used for enemies against their own citizens?
Right. Yeah, I mean, like, dude, that's my biggest fear, bro, that I see. I just see the escalation. And it's like, I'm a firm constitutionalist in the sense that, like, yeah, like, I may not like what you say.
Well,
but I'll fight to the death for the right for you to say it. You know
I mean,
like, I don't have to agree with you.
You know what,
bro.
dude? Yeah, we're going to have to wait and see, because the truth of the matter is this was never an issue for the last 10 years.
I agree.
You know, whenever we stepped out of line or said anything, I mean, dude, I'm pretty lucky that I own my own shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get it. I get it.
So
I get it. But the difference, like I said, my fear is.
I can tell you this, anybody that cheered for that kind of shit here, I'd fire them in 1 second.
Yeah.
I would.
Well, you'd be within your right. My problem is not the individual or the citizen, bro. My concern is the government seeing this.
Yeah.
Seeing that there is basically a green light to handle free speech, and that's what's going to usher it in, and we're all celebrating it.
Potentially,
we'll have to
my see.
I may be wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
I don't think you are,
man.
I don't think you are, but it hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, so we'll see, man. Chat,
I think people need to be aware.
Yeah. That's it, man. That's it. Chat, what we got on this, man? Guys, jumping on this conversation. Let us know down in the comments what you guys think. We'll check in with the chat here. Chat's rolling.
Go back, scroll up. Listen, Rob. The Q drops, that's just a repeat of a Bolshevik technique where they had Operation Truth or Operation Trust or whatever it was. Like, this has already happened, dude. The reason that people haven't revolted yet is because they continue to say, trust the plan.
Yeah, right. Watch the movie.
Out of here,
eat your popcorn. No, bro, listen. Again, and like the problem is, like, I wanted that shit to be true. You know what I'm saying?
That's the point.
That's the whole point, man.
That's the point. It keeps people from doing anything.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, we're white hats are in control. We're in charge. We're this and that. Don't do anything. And then they end up getting conquered. Go ask the people in the Bolshevik Revolution what happened to them.
Yep.
Because they believe that. They end up getting murdered. So, bro, whatever, man. Like, y'all try to figure out how to not take action in any way possible. That's the problem. The problem in this country right now is that everybody wants to put the onus on the government or the Q or any of this other stupid ass shit. And the more that you do, the more it encroaches on you. And it makes you unwilling to hold the line where the line needs to be held. Okay? So quit thinking for any reason that anybody else is going to do anything and then decide what it is that we're going to do. Because nobody is going to do anything. And it's going to come up and come down to the men in this country holding the line against evil. That is what it's going to come down to. The government's not going to do it. The police aren't going to do it. The FBI is not going to do it. You have to do it. And that doesn't mean run down your street and do crazy shit. That means when you see people doing things that are wrong, that are endangering other people, that are immoral, that are contributing to this crazy shit, we as men have to do things. And everybody continues to say, oh, well, what about this? Or what about that? What about this? What about this? Stop being a pussy. How about that? How about the next time one of these you see him doing some crazy shit in public, you and the rest of these dudes handle it. That's what's going to fix it. Yep. They have no fear. The government has no intention of putting any fear into them. The police aren't allowed to. They're not prosecuted. So somehow they have to be taught that they can't encroach on certain things. That has to come from the strong men of this country, period. We have completely abandoned our obligation of protection and preservation of a civil society. We have let the government take over that role, which is why things look the way they look. 20 years ago, 30 years ago, any of these people acting the way they acted would have gotten their ass beat over and over and over. And these people have grown up not ever having a hand laid on them, which is why they're so comfortable laying hands on other people. And if you look at what these pussies do, they antagonize, and then when something happens, they play victim.
They cry.
Yes.
Yep.
So what? So what? Cry all you want. Post all you want. Throw fits all you want. We're done with your shit. And until all men get on that same page, this shit's going to continue. And Q ain't coming. And Trump ain't coming. And Kash Patel ain't coming. You're going to have to not be a scared little cowardly bitch, and you're going to have to hold the line wherever you see it crossed. That's the solution. And until men in this country come to that understanding across the board, this will continue to happen. So your shit about Q and Donald Trump and the FBI and all this shit, and stop being a bitch ass man. That's the truth.
That's real. That's real, bro. It's real shit, man. Guys, jump down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. With that being said, man, let's go read some of these comments, bro.
But we can't say that. We can't do that. I don't know. I say and do whatever the fuck I want. And you know what? It works out pretty good for me. I've continued to grow. I've continued. See, here's the thing. Here's the other thing people are.
Disillusion, bro.
No, I said this 4 years ago. I told everybody to speak up, to stand up. It would help their business. It would help their brand. And they all said, what do I know? I've only created a whole bunch of successful shit. You know, you think I'd risk that? Like, I understand where we are in culture. And all of these people that are keeping their mouth shut, you're contributing to the problem. So until we get on the same page that we are dealing with evil and it is up to men to stand up and hold the line, nothing will change. It has to be vocal, and it has to be whatever it takes after that. Forever.
Yep.
Not right now when it's hot.
Yeah.
Forever. Forever.
Yeah. That's real, man. Guys, jump down to the comments. Let us know what you guys think. With that being said, let's go check them out. Yeah, let's check some of these comments out. I got a few, and then I have a question. So this first one is from David DT Official. He says, DJ is excited for the new watermelon flavor, laughing my ass off. Now give me my free case of watermelon first form energy.
I don't plead fifth.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I can neither confirm nor deny.
That's right. Interesting. Now, here's the thing. You alluded to it earlier, and we got some bot comments we got to address. Not necessarily on us, right? But I've been thinking this, man. Like,
why would they be putting thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of bots on this?
It's inundated, man.
Yeah, because dude, you could tell because you go and dude, there's in a post with a lot of comments anti-Kirk. There will be like a bunch of the same exact comments.
A lot.
Yeah.
Copy and paste.
Yeah.
Okay. But it was so crazy. And I saw the evolution of this, right? Because it went from one thing to the other. The first thing they started addressing was like, again, MAGA jumps to the wrong conclusion. He was a right-wing extremist, groper, raised by MAGA parents.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or like this one, has anyone told him that the bullet came from a Republican yet? Right? Like you were just seeing some weird shit. And like, and then stuff like this. Calm down your anger. Haven't seen any celebrating or hate about Kirk's death or anyone else. Some of your all's algorithms is effed up. I haven't seen any of this stuff everyone is talking about on here or Twitter. And it just made me think like, bro, like, okay, like I know my algorithm is a little messed up.
DJ, this is a psychological game. This is designed to make you think you're crazy. Okay. These are comments to make people. Bro, George Orwell said, "You will witness horrors beyond the comprehension." That you like. This is what we're talking about. Reality is being skewed so that you cannot see what's going on. It's called the fog of war. All right, this is propaganda warfare. These people who are making these comments at scale aren't even real people. There is some real people, and those people do deserve to lose their shit because who the wants to be around someone that's going to cheer for literally one of the most solid humans in the public eye that there is.
Yeah.
All right. And here's the thing about it, bro. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that you're supposed to treat people good. You're supposed to be a good guy. You're supposed to listen. You're supposed to, go to church. You're supposed to have a family. You're supposed to do all these things. And these, even when you hate them, people know in their heart what they're supposed to do to be a good person, which is why this is so eye-opening to everybody, because Charlie Kirk was a better man than most of us. And this goes for people that hate him too. They know that this represented the best shit. And when they see someone like that killed for that, it wakes them up whether they agree with him or not.
Or hate him, yes.
Right.
That's right.
And they start to say, well, holy shit, this is why the churches and everything were so overcrowded this weekend. Because even people who are up, which most people are,
they're like, damn, that's fucked up.
They look at that and they say, holy shit, man, this is really evil. They're killing the good guys.
Yeah. And
that's causing people to realize, well, dude, I got to be better. I got to become a better person.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's just crazy.
Go back to that last one. The Republican thing. Like, yeah. I've seen a lot of that too. Total misinformation.
Yeah.
It's rage bait, bro. It's designed to confuse you, to isolate you, and to make you feel like you're the only one that feels the way that you do. And this is very similar to COVID. This is the same play they did during COVID. And by the way, all these people cheering for Charlie's death, and everybody's surprised. Everybody's like, I can't believe this. This is so disgusting. These are the same people that wish death on people that didn't want to take the vaccine and that wouldn't wear a mask. Like, when in society are we going to learn that there are a lot of people out there that would laugh at you for dying?
Yeah.
They would be happy that you were gone. And they're the minority, that's the thing I find ironic. It's like, hold on, you're the minority, and then they're being emboldened by a network of bots that they can't understand because it feeds their ego. And then what's going to happen when they eventually instigate this shit is that those people are going to get killed at scale. And that's what happens.
Yeah.
So if you're a communist person and you think that the culture is with you because you're reading a bunch of shit on the internet, you are in danger, bro. Like, I would move, I would leave, I would disappear, and if you aren't going to do those things, I'd for sure shut the fuck up.
That's right, bare minimum.
Yeah, because you do not understand what has just happened. The culture is different. Culture changes a little bit at a time and then all at once. And it has flipped. And this crazy left-wing cancel shit, that's over. This crazy tolerance and discussion of kids reading porn and dick-sucking books in preschool is over. This, like, real talk, dude, a lot of it's over. And it's good for us, but, like, they don't realize it yet, and which makes it super dangerous for them. And it also makes it dangerous for us because the more they realize that they've lost, then they're going to get more violent because there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's real, man. Guys, jump in on this conversation. Let us know down in the comments. With that being said, we got to keep the cruise cruising. We got headline number 2. Let's get into it. Headline number 2. So, obviously, with all the traction that the unfortunate Charlie Kirk situation has brought, everybody's talking about it. We've said this thousands of times, right? Whether real or fake, whenever this is happening, this is what everybody's eyes and energy is being directed to. There's always some stuff happening on the back end. So let's do a little catch up, shall we? Yeah. So a couple of things have happened since last Wednesday. Republicans block Senate vote to release.
That's not true. That's a procedural vote. That vote hasn't come to power yet. Go ahead and read it.
Yeah. So this is New York Times. Republicans block Senate vote to release Epstein files. So Senate Republicans narrowly block an unexpected effort on Wednesday by Senator Chuck Schumer of New York, the Democrat leader, to force a vote on releasing the Epstein files and put Republican senators on record on an issue that has divided their party. Though it failed, Mr. Schumer's proposal brought the contentious debate over the Trump administration's handling of the Epstein files to a legislative body that has largely avoided it. Now, I've seen a few comments, and I'll be honest, I don't know much about this. I know because you talk to our people more than I do. But I know this has pissed some people off just reading the headline. What's it about? What you got on it?
Well, from what I understand, it was a procedural vote to see if it's going to be voted on.
So it was a vote to see if it was going to be voted on.
That was what I was told. But I mean, either way, it's if they voted against it, it's probably not going to get voted on. So, I'm not. I think there's a lot of shit going on right now.
Well, there is, right? There is, and one of the other things that just came out. Aside from this, I mean, to me, again, going off of the free speech police, if you will, this just came out. There's a new bill would give Marco Rubio thought police power to revoke U.S. passports. Did you see this? So this just came out. So Secretary of State Marco Rubio stripped Turkish doctoral student Rumijej Ortos of her visa based on what a court later found was nothing more than her opinion piece critical of Israel. Now, a bill introduced by Chair of the House Foreign Affairs Committee is ringing alarm bells for civil liberty advocates who say it would grant Rubio the power to revoke the passports of American citizens on similar grounds. The provision is sponsored by Representative Brian Mast out of Florida. That's this guy. Okay, who is an American military veteran. I believe he served in the Army. But he also did a stint in the IDF. He's actually on video. There was a video going around, I think, when he first got into Congress, of him going in, and this is him in our house wearing his IDF top. And I think he was actually asked, like, hey, why do you have that on? And he's like, well, I got my flag and I got my uniform. And then proceeded into the House chambers. It's verified. Yeah, he served. He participated through the SAR-L program, which places civilians from abroad in support positions within the Israeli army. During his time with the IDF, Mast was stationed at a base outside Tel Aviv, where he packaged medical kits and moved supplies. This is also a post from the Times of Israel certifying that.
How did he lose his legs?
He lost his legs fighting in the U.S. Army. Yep. But yeah, so he's sponsoring this bill. It's set for a hearing this Wednesday. But his legislation says that it takes aims at terrorists and traffickers, but critics say it could be used to deny American citizens the right to travel based solely on their speech. And so this was kind of the layout from it. U.S. lawmakers push bill to strip passports over Israel criticism is basically the nuts and bolts of this bill that just got put in. The bill cites material support for terrorism.
It doesn't say anything about citizens. It says foreign nationals.
But the language in the bill opens the doorway to America because it's giving the Secretary of State the power to remove it
For
of all
foreign
travels
nationals.
for both.
No. People are saying that it will be expanded to that.
Right. Well, because of it's no different than like
than the Patriot Act.
right.
It's only going to be for foreign.
Exactly.
And then it became domestic.
Exactly. That's the danger of it.
Right.
Yeah, that's the danger of it. So this comes out, and it's at a very interesting time because, where is Marco Rubio? Oh, he's visiting with Netanyahu in Israel right now, which, okay, cool. He's our Secretary of State. He has to do diplomatic visits. But here is a very interesting thing that's happening right now. There is a delegation called 50 States, One Israel, which just kicked off today. It's 250 American legislators who are going to be spending the next week in Israel and experience it as it truly is. 250 American legislators on the federal level, legislators. This is a quick clip of them opening up that ceremony. Let's check it out.
Over the rainbow, birds fly. These birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? This is Yaron Bachar on the piano.
It's good piano skills. Good.
Why the does this, why, considering all that's going on, are we having some sort of summit in Israel listening to Somewhere Over the Rainbow like it's going to somehow fix the problems that we have going on? This is theater. This is buttering people up. Come see what's actually going on over here. We know what's actually going on over there. Half your country wants you the f*** out, Netanyahu, and you've been killing people with no regard for the last 3 years, 2 years, because you want to stay in power and avoid going to prison. That is what's going on. And every time it gets hot, you send some missiles somewhere that causes some sort of destruction, and you get to stay in power. Okay, so this is ridiculous shit. And to be honest, I'm tired of this shit. Israel is not our king. They are not our leader. They are not our source of control. They are over there and we are over here. Mm-hmm. And this idea that we have to have all their influence in our country needs to go away. This needs to die. And, it is what it is, man.
Dude, first of all, who's paying for this shit? I would like to know that.
We are.
9 times out of 10, it's probably us. Okay. But
here's the deal, bro. This motherfucker's a criminal. Okay. He runs a big criminal gang of a bunch of very popular people. All right. And powerful people. When the gang doesn't want to do what he wants, he threatens them with blackmail. When they don't care about the blackmail, they kill him. And that's what's going on. Mm-hmm. That's what's going on. So that's how this turd has figured out how to control the whole universe. That's it.
Dude, China, I don't think anybody would be okay if this was China doing this.
No.
If they flew in 250 of our legislators.
Conservatives don't think of it. A lot of conservatives totally understand what I just said.
Yeah.
But what they think is well, we have to have the control of
the Middle East,
Israel and those holy sites. Otherwise, the Muslims are going to have them. And that's their whole thing.
Yeah.
We need to control the holy sites of Christianity and world religion. And if we have to put up with some shit from Netanyahu, then it's worth it.
It's worth it, yeah.
And that's their attitude. They can lie, they can pretend, they can act like they don't see what's going on, but at the end of the day, that's what they generally think. They think it's worth any of the other shit.
Yeah, well, it'd be worse if, Muslims had it, though.
Right.
Yeah. Because, Muslims never had control of Jerusalem before.
Listen, man, Jewish people are not bad people.
No, they're not.
There is a sect of Jewish people that are terrible people. And they're criminals. Which
exists in everything. Like, you could say that
there's
about
criminal
Muslims.
organizations in every single sect of humanity.
Yeah.
And they got the biggest one. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
And dude, I think they're going to try. I think with this Charlie Kirk thing, look, remember what I keep saying? What do I keep saying the last 4 years? So there's only a couple thousand of these people. If you handled those people, the world would be at peace.
Yep.
Okay. So what's the other side of that?
What?
They're looking at that and they're saying there's only 100 influence leaders across the globe that are pushing this truth about what we got going on. If we take those out,
we'll be at peace.
We'll be fine.
Yep.
So they have already shown that they're willing to commit violence over and over and over again. Most people believe that, Netanyahu and his little gang were in charge of 9/11 at this point in time. Nobody's buying that Mohammed Atta and a bunch of random people that, they don't believe that. So, it is what it is, man. It's a criminal organization that leverages people. And if it's no different than bro, you seen the movie The Town?
Yeah.
Okay, Ben Affleck goes in the flower shop and he talks to that old and the old is like always kind of giving him shit and taking care of him and this and that. And then when Ben Affleck finally comes in and says, "Hey, old man, I'm done with your shit," he said, "Oh, no, you're not." He's like, "I'll fucking kill you and I'll kill your girlfriend. Here's her address." And then he puts the wreath on her step. Remember that?
Yeah.
That's what these people do. That's what they do.
Great move.
They reward you if you play along financially. If you don't play along, then they threaten you. And if you don't care about getting threatened, they kill you. And they do it on a global scale. And that's where the fuck we are. So, and it's not the Jews. People keep saying, say it's the Jews. Like, well, you think I don't know what the fuck's going on? Like, it's not, we cannot generalize entire groups of people.
Yeah.
What are you going to say? Because, you don't even say that about the black community. And half the male population is legitimately statistically violent criminals. Okay? 3% of the 6%. We don't say that about black people. We don't say all black people are bad. We don't say, all white people are domestic terrorists. We don't say, well, I mean, they say that. Well, yeah. But like, dude, the problem with this is that when you generalize entire populations, it opens the door to dehumanization, and dehumanization leads to genocide. And when that attitude starts to spread, it can spread just as easily to your demographic. So, dude, we cannot generalize this whole idea that's going around from the far right extremists. That is not accurate shit, dude. Just like anybody else, there are good people and bad people, and the good people are rising up over there. So are they bad too? Because they're Jews. Right. Like, dude, it's a lazy comment. It's a lazy way to describe what's going on. It's annoying. And, people are like, watch this and watch that. You don't think I've watched all the shit? Like, what do you think I do?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just over. I don't want, like, dude, honestly, I'm at a point.
It's really simple, DJ. If people break the law, you hold them accountable.
Yeah.
If people do bad shit, you handle them.
Yeah.
You don't take the onus and put it on everybody else with the same last name or the same skin color or the same religious habits or belief. Like,
No, dude, no.
the f*** are you talking about?
Yeah. No, I think for me, though, I'm just at a point where, I don't think America needs any more allies. I say cut them. Like, I think we just need to take the next, 100 years, wall our shit off, handle us on the inside, and then come back out in 100
By the
years
way, on
and see
your
what
Rubio
happens.
shit,
Yeah.
like real talk, if it stays to foreign nationals don't have the same rights as f***ing we do. here.
No.
Go away.
Yeah.
Passport.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I just
We got to quit acting like these people who are here illegally are entitled to the same rights that we are.
Right.
They're not citizens.
No.
They don't deserve due process. You don't have the right paperwork, out you go. I mean, dude, like you get kicked out of a party you're not supposed to be at, you don't have a about it.
And again, it's not even uncommon, bro, because go do that shit in China. Go criticize the Chinese
They
government.
just kill you.
You know what I'm saying? Go do that over
Yeah,
there.
you just disappear.
Go take a picture in North Korea.
Yeah.
And get caught. Find out what happens. So, I mean, it's it's not new. It's not new. It's not new. I don't know.
Still comes down to the same shit.
Yep.
Laws got to be enforced. Men can't be pussies.
It's real, man. It's real. Guys, jump in on this conversation. Let us know down in the comments what you guys got. Chat where we at. 1776 hard. Canada is 7. Wait, what? Yeah, chat's hot right now. Yep. All right.
Sean Ryan's been on the show, bro.
Yeah, Sean Ryan's been on.
I'm going on Sean Ryan here shortly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Guys, let us know down in the comments, though. With that being said, we got third and final headline. Headline number 3. We got to go up to New York City. Been a minute since we covered anything up there. Let's talk about it.
I miss New York, bro. I want to go. I love New York City.
Yeah.
For real.
I've been once.
Oh, bro.
And I got robbed when I was there.
Did you really?
Yeah, how
many robins did you do?
No, I didn't. Bro, no, bro. They took advantage of me.
Well, I'm Batman. You're Robin.
Rob him.
Rob him.
Yeah. No, bro. I was in 7th grade, man.
Yeah. What did they take? Your donut?
No, this street dude sold me a fake knockoff watch.
Well, that's you.
For $20.
Hey, you still do dumb shit like that.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, but listen though, he put it on my wrist.
This bro, timeshare.
Bro, first of all, that was
does your microphone work? Oh.
He put it on my wrist. I gave him the $20 and I walked away.
It went on your wrist.
I went back down to look to admire my good, financial decision. It was not there no more. And neither was he. He was gone. But I mean, listen,
What is wrong with you? Why do you fall for all these gimmicks?
But
you must not be that smart.
What gimmicks have I fallen for?
Timeshare.
Okay, that's one.
No, and you're also one of these people that buys things because you think it's a good deal, even if you don't need it.
I love a good deal.
Yes, but it doesn't matter if you don't need the shit.
My Beretta was a good deal.
You don't need a Beretta.
I did need, bro. Listen.
How do you need a Beretta? First of all, Berettas are hard as to take apart and clean and use.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Bro, the Beretta. You know how I look at the Beretta
It's
look
Glock or.
But listen, that Beretta revolutionized.
I'm aware.
It was that's the 1980s of the 1911, bro. It revolutionized firearms. It's a great gun.
I'm gonna go get me a 1980s Apple computer because it revolutionized computers.
It'll be worth some money, I guarantee it.
I'm gonna buy a piece of shit just because. We got a lot of teaching to do here, bro.
Hey man, always learn. Always.
I know you
learning.
need to ask me first, not after.
Oh,
this is what he does. Hey man, I got this great deal. What do you think? I'm like, what are you? This pool? Yeah. Well,
okay, the pool was a bad decision.
No,
that was
you make all the bad decisions for the most part.
True. I was just tired of breaking into your crib to take a swim, man.
Oh, yeah, look what I got. It's a great deal. Why'd you get that? I don't know. It's a great deal.
Hey, bro, I love a good bargain.
What's wrong with people?
I love a good bargain.
People buy shit just for the deals.
Bro, it's a deal. How do you pass it up?
No, that's like hoarding. It's like a hoarder mentality.
Yeah, but all my stuff, like my guns, for example, they all appreciate. They're like your cars. They appreciate. None of my stuff goes down. None of it.
That's fair about guns.
Yeah.
Anyway, those high points you got ain't going up.
No bullshit.
Those high points you shoot sideways.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, everybody dogs on the high points. They just don't know how to shoot them right.
Yeah, that's right.
They don't work like this. They work like that.
You gotta do it's the gravity, bro. Yeah, no, it's the gravity.
They got a gravity feed out of the mag.
That's what it is.
If you're not like this, it don't shoot.
Yeah. And it ain't the gun. It's you.
Yeah, that's right. You know who I learned that from?
It ain't me, motherfucker.
Black guy.
That's what I'm saying.
The other one I know.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, man. Let's go to New York, man. I'm down. Listen, I'll be willing to retry New York.
Yeah, is this topic 3?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
topic number
What's
3.
going on in New York?
New York Governor Kathy Hochul endorses Communist Zohran Mamdani in New York City mayoral race.
Of course she does.
Says he will not surrender 1 inch to the president. So, New York Governor.
They say that like the people there want this.
Well, we got some stuff on this actually because it's pretty crazy. But yeah, she had put out an opinion piece. She tweeted this out saying New York City deserves a mayor who will stand up to Donald Trump and make life more affordable for New Yorkers. That's at Zohran Mamdani with an opinion piece that was sponsored by the New York Times. All right, but here's the thing. So what you just said, Andy, I think is very important.
Yeah, let's elect a guy who wipes his ass with his bare hand and then eats with it. Nasty. What? That's nasty shit.
I don't think they don't wipe barehanded.
Hey, is that a real thing? Answer the truth. Is that a real thing?
I don't know. I'm an American.
Boy, that was a hell of a Uno reverse if I've ever seen one.
I have papers to prove it.
Oh,
If
shit.
you were American, you would have used those papers to wipe your ass. What you been doing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, man. You guys. All right. So, Mamdani here, though, right? This report just came out that Californians, other out-of-state donors, bankrolling socialist Zohran Mamdani to the tune of $2.4 million. So this just came out. The deep-pocketed out-of-state donors account for 78% of the nearly $2.4 million raised by a super PAC backing Zohran Mamdani's New York City mayoral campaign. Lefties outside the Empire State wrote fact checks totaling $1.8 million to the group. New Yorkers for lower cost, that's the PAC name, as of Friday, records showed. Quote, Mamdani's campaign isn't about New York City. It's about fueling a national socialist movement bankrolled by donors in California and beyond, with Hollywood and out-of-state activists trying to dictate the future of our city, said Mayor Eric Adams' campaign spokesman Todd Shapiro. New Yorkers don't need lectures from California millionaires about how to live, work, and raise their families. So other out-of-state money included $212,000 from donors in D.C., $170,000 from Illinois. Hank Scheenkamp, a longtime Democratic political consultant, attributed the surge in out-of-town interest to the race to socialists and other far lefties nationwide, believing that one of their own winning the mayoralty in America's largest city will lead to even bigger things.
Yeah, like your own demise.
That's right. That's right. So in comparison, a super PAC supporting ex-Gov Andrew Cuomo's mayoral bid called Fix the City has pulled in more than $20 million, but 74% of that were in donations directly from New Yorkers. The Empower NYC super PAC supporting Mayor Adams saw 92% of its donations come from the Big Apple. So it's quite a big difference there, right? Now, I wanted to dive in a little bit more on Zohran here, and see what he's flying on the carpet about. So these are some of its platforms. Okay, so when it comes to housing, he's saying he's going to freeze the rent. He's going to be building affordable housing, cracking down on bad landlords, and supporting homeowners.
What's a bad landlord?
I guess the slumlords. So like,
I mean, what's the you know what I'm saying?
Like, what's the definition of it?
Generalities leave room for interpretation.
Yeah. She's saying, affordability for New Yorkers. So there's going to be city-owned grocery stores.
So they're going to put everybody on a diet.
Yep.
Everybody's going to starve.
Fast, fare-free buses and fighting corporate exploitation. There's also going to be no-cost childcare, baby baskets for New York's newborns, and then some benefits to the K through 12 programs. Now, I think any reasonable person, okay, it sounds good. Sure.
It sounds good if you're a idiot.
But how do you pay for this?
It's not. What do you mean?
How do you do this? Well, he has an answer.
Okay, yeah, you make people pay tax.
You just tax the rich.
Yeah.
Tax the rich. But when you go through it, that doesn't make sense, right? Because he's saying that we don't even have to raise taxes that much to be able to get this. He's saying that you collecting what's owed is going to have its own. He's going to hire 50 tax auditors to enforce the tax code and collect all the unpaid fines. That'll bring in $690 million a year. He's going to raise $10 billion from taxing the wealthiest New Yorkers and by running the government better. But here's the thing, man. I've been looking at some data here. 158 companies have already left New York City within the last 2 years, and they took with them over $1 trillion in taxable revenue. There's also been a big push of high income earners leaving New York State, specifically New York City, that took out I think it was 13,000 millionaires that left New York City. So you have that. Andy, what do you got on this, man?
Oh, I got an idiot who doesn't understand economics and how things actually work.
Mm-hmm.
If you have all the companies leave, you have less money to tax. You have less jobs. And what you end up with is a group of people who are not producers. They're working class people, meaning by producers, I mean producing the company, running the company, creating the jobs. They leave. There's all these people that don't have a place to work, don't have a place to earn money. And you end up in a situation that makes zero sense. It only increases the poverty level and the dependency on the government, which is what they want. What these people fail to understand is that whenever everything's free and the government owns all of the infrastructure, you end up in a situation where there is no incentive to perform or create or produce. And this is why every single government agency that exists on the planet is exactly the same. You go in, you get disrespected, you get talked to like a stupid. It takes 50 hours to get anything done because the people who take the government jobs are inherently lazy. And they know that if I take the government job, I get good benefits, I don't have to work that hard. And then you end up with an infrastructure that doesn't work because there's no incentive to work. And this, it's funny because, people say, the means of production, is what communists and socialists will say, the means of production belong to the people. Yeah, they already do under a capitalist system, right? The people get to develop their own means of production and sell the product that they create. I control the means of production for my companies. I'm a person. I'm a citizen. I'm just like everybody else. I wasn't born into this life. I started and I built it and I created it and became it. And that's the American dream. And these people do not understand, you have to be kind of stupid to say shit like the workers control the means of production when you want to hand it over to the government, and their way of selling that idea is, well, the workers control it because it's your tax dollars paying for it. We're just going to run it for you. No, the government owns it. You don't have shit. And then you're at their mercy because there's no incentive to actually offer a great product because there's no competition. The government-owned grocery store. What's their incentive to compete? Okay? Independent-owned grocery store. My incentive is always have product in stock, have a fair price, make sure that I'm doing the right things, which makes a better experience for the consumer at less of an investment for the consumer, less of a cost. This guy over here sees what they're doing over here and they start to get better. And so the competition raises the standard, which makes things more affordable and better than what they would be if the government owned it. And so like this whole idea that the socialists and the communists try to sell against capitalism is just a fundamental misunderstanding of what capitalism is by society, which is why they don't teach it, right? Like if you went through school, if you went to most people and you asked them to describe the differences between socialism, communism, and capitalism, they could not do it.
No.
But yet they will raise a flag and burn down cities for socialist causes. And communism is just a commitment to socialism. It's a full belief.
It's a precursor, yeah.
So, no, socialism is a precursor to communism.
Yeah, right,
but
right.
full communists believe 100% in socialist system ideology. So this whole, like, this all comes from the average citizen being intentionally misled and indoctrinated and not educated in reality so that people like this can sell them on ideas that make no sense, right? It's like selling oceanfront property in Kentucky.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you would have to be a idiot to believe it exists.
Or really struggling, because that's also who they go after, right? Like they pull
course.
on the heartstrings of
Well,
people.
that's a
tactic.
Well, yeah, because dude, most people don't want to be free. They want to be taken care of because freedom means they have to take responsibility. It means they have to stand on their own 2 feet.
Right.
It means they have, and most people aren't willing to do that for whatever reason. And I think it's because, you know, they've been indoctrinated under the wrong ideology. When I was going through school, my whole life, we were told, hey, you could do whatever you want. Hey, you could be this. Hey, you should do this. Hey, the world needs this.
You want this, you got to do this.
Yeah, and that's not what's told to these people now.
Yeah.
Now it's saying the government owes you. Rich people owe you. You know, like it's the same old bullshit. And it's easy to sell to young people who are struggling, who have seen very clearly that their opportunities are being diminished and have no perspective long term, because dude, when you're 20 and you're 25, you're supposed to be broke. You're supposed to be. So like when you're at this age of all these radical leftists, they're telling them, oh, look at you, you're broke. Yeah, that everybody's broke when they're 22, unless your name is Mark Zuckerberg.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a lot of misunderstanding about the way things actually work. And it's funny because they will convince these people that, well, if we cut the taxes on businesses, then the owners are just going to keep it themselves because they're greedy. That makes no sense. Because if you were actually greedy, you would scale the company with jobs to make more money. And while you do that, you are actually providing careers and livelihoods for the people that you employ. So the whole thing is a complete lie, but you have to have the experience and perspective to understand it.
Yeah. Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
It makes sense. It's just like on the other hand of that, it's like you're telling me you want to put all of this shit in and that the rich people are going to pay for it. The rich people can't even enjoy your city safely right now.
Yeah.
So
they leave.
They're just going to leave.
Yeah.
So who's going to pay for it then?
Yeah.
Like it's like for me.
Bro, listen, it's an ideology that does not work. It's never worked ever in the history of time.
Yeah.
Ever. Because it's fundamentally flawed and the ideas are based in a fictional reality that doesn't obey any forms of how things actually work. It totally ignores human behavior. It totally ignores competition. It ignores the principle of individuality and individual ideas and individual work ethics. Like, dude, and I'm not saying this to be an asshole, but my work ethic is much higher than most people's. It just is. I'm wired that way. I'm fucking wired for chaos and work and solving problems. I'm not wired for sitting by the lake with a fucking lemonade, bro. Yeah. I'll go crazy. So like, we have to allow the freedom in a society for people that are meant to create massive things and allow them to create massive things, because the trickle-down effect helps everybody. Yeah. And people will say, oh, the trickle-down effect doesn't work. Yeah, you're not going to make what the owner makes. You're not
put in what they put in.
Dude, it's fucking insane. It's an insane concept. They just sell it to people for their own good. And like, dude, it's just, it's nonsense. Yeah. Like, this guy is a idiot. What the fuck has he done? Oh, he was a fake rapper. Terrible one, by the way. He was like, what has he done? Nothing. How do you think that he would have an understanding of anything that I just said? He can't. And that's the mistake that people make. You guys see these people and you think they're smarter than you and they know more than you. This is just some dude, just like AOC, that they picked out of nowhere, who fits the identity politic, the identity politics, what's allowed and what's supposed to be. He's a brown guy. He's a foreigner. He believes in socialism.
Yeah.
He's this and he's that and he's young and young people are stupid. Like, this motherfucker's stupid and he thinks he's fucking smart. You can't run a city or a country when you don't have the experience in life to do so. Like, it takes a certain amount of time for you to be able to see what's actually going on to be an effective operator of anything, whether that's a business. There's a reason guys that are in their 40s destroy the dudes that are in their 20s in business. Mm-hmm. There's a reason the guys that are in their 60s will run circles around the guys in their 40s, because the experience is cumulative. It is unlike sports where there's an expiration date.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurs, operators, people with perspective and knowledge and understanding progress through their whole life until they start to degrade mentally. Okay, so the peak entrepreneurs and the smartest in the world are the oldest ones in the world that have not started to degrade yet. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
So this dude at 30 years old or whatever the fuck he is, he cannot possess the knowledge of how things actually work because, one, he is too young, and two, he hasn't done anything. Had this guy built 2 or 3 businesses, even if they were small, even if they were restaurants, even if they were small little, I don't want to disrespect anybody's small business, but a small business, 10, 20 million bucks. Okay. Even if he had done something like that, he would understand the lessons that I'm talking about how to run a functional reality.
Yeah.
But dude, here's the thing.
Yeah.
They don't believe in functional. They believe, just like I've been saying the last week, that ignorance is an opportunity for them. Our ignorance is an opportunity for them to take control of our lives. And that's what this guy's all about. They did it with Obama. Now they're doing it with this dude. They've done it with a bunch of people. AOC. You think AOC actually understands the she's talking about? She has no clue, bro. So, you can sit here and say all this shit, but at the end of the day, everybody knows what capitalism is. Here's what they know. I got to work really hard to be successful. I don't like that. I don't like that. When winners and people who contribute, people who do things and become successful, they look at things and they say, I got to work really hard, but that's the cost of what I want.
Mm-hmm.
And they do it.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah. And so it's just a fundamental, and the more that you impoverish, the more that you oppress, the more that you convince people that they don't have a chance, the more that they just accept, well, dude, I'm going to get an extra couple $1,000s from the government, not realizing that in 3 or 4 years, it's going to literally ruin your life. So
that's real, man. That's real. Guys, jump in on this conversation. Let us know what you guys think, man. Let's see what the chat's got. Zohran. Wait, where did it go? You guys get rolling, man. Good gosh. Zohran, type of guy to peel the bun back from the burger, talking about eggs for no pickles.
Yeah, look, right here. Marcus's comment. Sadly, coming from a family full of these people, they're so hopeful that the government can keep them from putting in hard work that they refuse to hear any logic about the topic at all. It's like saying this, that lottery check's coming, dude. It's only a week away. Mm-hmm. And then telling them that every single week of their life until they're about to die. And then they're like, when did it come? It never came. Mm-hmm. And it's never coming now, you stupid fuck. You are far better off, even now, especially now, saying, I will pay the price, no matter what it is, to get where I need to go. That is going to get you a gazillion times further than saying the government's going to help me out. Yeah. Like, it's just loser mentality, dude. Oh, when you built your company, it was a different time. Yeah, it was, bro. I didn't have the internet. I had to walk door to door. I couldn't advertised to everybody at once. There was a lot of shit. In fact, it was much harder then than it is now. So I'm not trying to, like, it is what it is, bro.
No, I love that. There is no easy button in life.
There is none. It's not reality, bro. And it's the hope and convenience are the only two products that are ever sold for anything. Okay, there's a reason that the St. Louis Cardinals this year have one of the lowest attendance in baseball, even though they've had the highest attendance for 30, 40 years within the top 5.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because people don't have any hope that they're trying to win. When the Rams were here in St. Louis, the Cardinals had some of the highest attendance in baseball. The Rams had some of the lowest. You know why? Because there was no hope of them winning. People buy hope. And then the other thing they buy is speed and convenience. I want the shit right now. That's what they buy. Okay? So when you think about that in terms of politics, it makes sense why they're selling these people who are ignorant this hope that the government's going to equal everything out. And when those people think equal, they don't think like equally broke. They think like, I'm going to be equal to the guy driving the Escalade and the BMW. Mm-hmm. And dude, it ain't like that at all. We're praying. These people are praying. Well, they created the problem by destroying the education of this country. And now they're capitalizing on their work. This is not an accident. They're not praying. They're capitalizing on their intentional efforts.
Yep, it's the return on investment, bro.
Correct.
Return on investment, man. Guys, let us know down in the comments what you guys think. With that being said, we got a final segment of the show. As always, thumbs up or dumbest guys. That's where we bring a headline in. We talk about it. We vote on it. It gets one of these two options. This is like, I would have thought this headline was Florida. Okay. It's Canada. Okay. We got some Florida man action in Canada. Okay.
Canada man.
Yeah, Canada man. That's right.
All right.
That's right. That's right.
He's wearing all denim.
That's right.
The Canadian tuxedo.
That's right.
My favorite outfit.
That's right. Let's guys, let's check it out. A thumbs up or dumbest headline reads: lazy boozed up driver busted after driving roommate's child-sized pink Barbie Jeep to buy Slurpee.
What's wrong with that?
Bro, this is the most.
Was he on the sidewalk?
No. No.
Should probably keep that on the sidewalk, homie. Yeah.
Bro, you guys see the pictures of this shit, man. It's great.
Is there a video?
No, just pictures. Just pictures. But boozed up man sporting aviator sunglasses was busted driving a child-sized pink Barbie Jeep down a main road in Canada to get a Slurpee, cops said. Casper Lincoln was spotted September 5th rolling down 15th Avenue in Prince George, British Columbia in the pint-sized vehicle as his friend walked beside him, the CBC reported. Quote, "I never drove it before," Lincoln told the outlet while laughing. He said he had no idea he was breaking the law. Quote, "I was using the hand signals and everything." After several witnesses filmed Lincoln driving the Barbie vehicle, he was pulled over by an unmarked Royal Canadian Mounted Police cruiser, according to clips obtained by the outlet. Quote, "You're really arresting him for driving a kid's Jeep," said Summer Karen, who filmed Lincoln being cuffed. She also told the outlet she was shocked that police decided to get involved since Lincoln was hugging the curb in the comically small car and going maybe 3 miles an hour.
That guy's definitely from Florida.
Bro, come on, man.
Dude, he's got handlebars, bro. That guy's not Canadian. That's American.
Yeah, that's a man's man there.
We're claiming that dude right now. I think he might be my cousin.
I mean, listen, no plates. I get it. I mean, probably didn't have insurance.
Look at that smile. He's having fun.
Oh, bro, he was chilling.
You have to arrest him at this point because the story's incomplete without the arrest.
Yeah, like,
all right, like
yeah.
The story's not good if it's just like, hey, me and Steve took the Barbie Jeep to get a Slurpee.
And what happened? Oh, we got the Slurpee.
Yeah, that's not a good story.
Yeah,
The good story is I got arrested.
I wanted to.
The cop was doing him a favor for a great story for the rest of his life.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it says you are required to have a driver's license in British Columbia if you are operating any motorized vehicle on the roadway, said Carol Lee, a lawyer not involved in the case. That includes Barbie cars, toy cars, electric skateboards, anything like that. It is required to have a license and insurance. And literally on the ticket, this was the ticket that they put out. They put for the make and model. So, Power Wheels,
Barbie Jeep.
Like, come on, man.
Bro, that's funny.
Man.
Look at him. He's still laughing.
Bro, somebody put him on.
He's laughing as he gets arrested.
They put him on like the
I'd be laughing
GTA
too,
shit. They made a poster of him.
Prince George. Bro. I mean, they're in BC, bro. You gotta have an off-road vehicle.
No, it's true.
It's like pretty rugged up there, man. I like it. I'm giving thumbs up.
You got thumbs up on this?
Oh yeah, this is wonderful.
This is gold.
Yeah, this is great. He didn't cause anybody harm.
Didn't hurt nobody.
He took his little arrest.
Yeah.
He went to jail. He had a good attitude. Now he's, world famous.
Now go get all the murderers y'all got up there. How about that?
You know that they were so polite.
Oh, very polite.
Excuse me, sir. Do you know that you're driving a pink Barbie Jeep? Yeah, what's wrong with it? No, it looks good. It's just...
It's illegal.
Can't do that. Sorry. I'm going to have to take you to jail.
That's crazy, man. That's so crazy. All right, well, thumbs
I don't
up.
think he protested going to jail. I think he...
I would have fought.
Wow, we know that.
I would have... Oh.
They're aware. Yeah. What do you... That's like obvious.
Okay.
This is just a good law-abiding white man.
That's what it is. That's right. That's right. Y'all me for nothing.
I didn't do nothing.
This ain't even my car.
I didn't do nothing.
I ain't even do nothing, man.
Say nothing.
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 No, that's not how you say it. I didn't do nothing with an F.
Nothing.
I finna f***ing do nothing.
I'm finna. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. All right. Well, thumbs up on this, man. Well, guys, Andy, that's all I got.
All right. Let's see the chat.
Chat, what we got?
Hey.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
I finna do nothing. Eh?
Yeah.
All right, boys and girls. I love you guys. Want to talk about the mushroom trip? I already talked about the mushroom trip. What episode was that on? We talk about it again, maybe sometime.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe I'll go on another one.
Talk about it while on the mushroom trip.
Hey.
That'd be wild.
I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, that'd be wild, man. Yeah, man. Well, guys, we appreciate you, man.
All right, guys. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Don't be a hoe.
Share the show.